Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. How's everybody doing tonight? Are you ready for an incredible show? Well, my name's Tom Hambley, and I'm your MC for the evening, and I truly, from the bottom of my heart, I appreciate you guys being here this evening, and I mean that. It looks like Mother Nature has cooperated with us since we're having a Christmas show, huh? It's going to be a lot of fun. So the Southern Gateway Chorus presentation of Christmas is for Children. And remember, tonight we're all children, right? In somebody's eyes, we're all children, and I want you to remember that. But before we get started, just a couple things. We want to turn our cell phones off or to silent. If you could do that, that would be awesome. And remember, no flash photography. Also, secondly, please refrain from no audio recording, okay? So again, we'd like to thank you for joining us this evening, and let's welcome the Southern Gateway Chorus.
Let's take a ride. Let's take a ride. Let's take a ride. Hear those sleigh bells jingling, ring, tingling, tune. Come on, it's lovely weather for a sleigh ride together with you. A ride with you. Outside the snow is falling and friends are calling you. Come on, it's lovely weather for a sleigh ride together with you. With you, with you. Giddy up, giddy up, giddy up. Let's go. Let's look at the show. Let's go. We're riding in Wonderland of snow. It's snow, it's snow. Giddy up, giddy up, giddy up. It's grand. Just holding your hand. We're gliding along with the song of a wintry fairyland. Cheeks are nice and fuzzy and comfy, cozy on our feet. We're snuggled up together like two birds of a feather would be. Two birds would be. Let's take their rocking chorus and sing a chorus or two. Come on, it's lovely weather for a sleigh ride together with you, with you, with you. There's a birthday party at the home of Farmer Gray. It'll be the perfect ending of a perfect day. We'll be singing the songs we love to sing without a single stop. At the fireplace while we watch the chestnuts pop, 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 pop. There's a happy feeling nothing in the world can buy. They pass around the coffee and the pumpkin pie. It'll be like a picture written by Currier and Ives. All these wonderful things are the things we remember all through our lives. Just hear those sleigh bells jingling, ring, ting, tingling, tune. Come on, it's lovely weather for a sleigh ride together with you. A ride with you. Outside the snow is falling and friends are calling you. Come on, it's lovely weather, it's lovely weather, it's lovely weather, it's lovely weather too. Let's take a ride, let's take a ride, let's take a sleigh ride. Hark, hear the bells, bright silver bells, now echoing good news they bring. Be of good cheer, Christmas is here, now all is well. Singing well, loudly they ring, each answering, filling the air, loudly declare. This is the year peace will appear, hatred will cease, love will increase. Song so sincere, but as so clear, the heart's gone near, but all need to fear. Love is agreeing, love is revealing, love is our being, we are one. Christmas melted, love's a treasure, so we sing in merry measure, spreading the word, let it be heard, each bell a part of loving hearts. Hark, hear the bells, bright silver bells, now echoing good news they bring. Be of good cheer, Christmas is here, now all is well. Singing we know well, loudly they ring, each answering, filling the air, loudly declare. This peace, love will increase. So sincere, so simply, the night drawing near, love is agreeing, love is revealing, love is our being, we all are one. Christmas bells ring out, and love's a treasure, so we sing in merry measure, spreading the word, let it be heard, each bell a part of loving hearts. Hark, hear the bells, bright silver bells, now echoing, good news they bring. Ding dong, ding dong.
Welcome to the show. Christmas is for children. We've all heard that phrase at some point in our lives, and there really is nothing quite like watching children light up during the holidays. Now, not many of us have an actual sleigh, as we just sang about nowadays, but it's still fun when the weather starts getting cold and the snow starts coming down, a little bit like today, to watch the kids grab a sled and head to the neighborhood hill to ride until their hands and their feet and their face are frozen. Then it's back home to have some hot chocolate and warm up by the fireplace.
And while we no longer ring church bells like they did long ago, it's no secret that the sound of jingle bells equates the start of the Christmas season for children. Now, in current times, that would be about November 1st or earlier, depending on what store you go to. But in the past, Christmas would always be signaled by the arrival of Santa at the end of Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. When children saw that, they knew that when Santa was involved, they could be even proud to get the best gift they could. Or maybe, just maybe, that this would be the year that the lump of coal would end up in their stocking.
One winter night, as Mom and Dad tucked me into bed, they asked me for my Christmas list. And this is what I said. I want a hippopotamus for Christmas. Only a hippopotamus will do. Don't want a doll or dinky tinker toy. I want a hippopotamus to play with and enjoy. I want a hippopotamus for Christmas. Don't think Santa Claus will mind, do you? He won't have to use a dirty chimney flue. Just bring him through the front door, that's the easiest thing to do. I can see me now on Christmas morning, creeping down the stairs. Oh, what joy and what surprise when I open up my eyes to see a hippo hero standing there. I want a hippopotamus for Christmas. Only a hippopotamus will do. No crocodiles or rhinoceroses. I only like hippopotamuses, and hippopotamuses like me too. I want a hippopotamus for Christmas. Only a hippopotamus will do. Mom says a hippo would eat me up for fun. My teacher says a hippo is a vegetarian. I want a hippopotamus for Christmas. Only a hippopotamus will do. There's lots of room for him in our two-car garage. I'd feed him there and wash him there and give him his massage. I can see me now on Christmas morning, tripping down the stairs. Oh, what joy and what surprise when I open up my eyes to see a hippo hero standing there. I want a hippopotamus for Christmas. Only a hippopotamus will do. No crocodiles or rhinoceroses. I only like hippopotamuses, and hippopotamuses like me too. And hippopotamuses like me too. Do I?
Fa la 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 ra da 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 bum 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 bum.
Oh, I just got a message from old Saint Nick way up in Christmas land, and he says that the toys for good girls and boys are being made as planned. There's a truck for little Billy and a dolly for Molly dear. But you ain't getting diddly squat 'cause you really messed up this year. No, you ain't getting diddly squat 'cause you really messed up this year.
Bum 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 bum.
Oh, the winter fields are white with snow and the lights are shining bright, and the wee little heads tucked up in beds dream of sugar plums this night. You may dream of big red apples and candy canes so near, but you ain't getting diddly squat 'cause you really messed up this year. No, you ain't getting diddly squat 'cause you really messed up this year. Do 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 do. Fa la la la, you're in trouble. You ain't getting jack, and that's a fact. When your mother asked you to wash the dishes, why you said no, 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 and you would not pick up your socks. So it's que sera, sucker, ho, ho, ho.
Ho
La la
ho
la
ho
la la, you know that Santa's watching you and he keeps a great big list. But when I tell him the things you do, he really will be.
It's a children's show.
Mad. When you sit upon his knee, he'll whisper in your ear that you ain't getting diddly squat 'cause you really messed up this year. No, you ain't getting diddly squat 'cause you really messed up. Now I'm telling you, pup, that you really blew it big time. You're getting nothing for Christmas. Tough.
The sights and sounds of the holidays. That's really what we love about this time of year. And that's especially true because we experience them as we first experienced them as children. On a cold night, we hear the sound of faraway singing, and we see the bright lights. Jewish children celebrate this time of year to remember a time when the Jews were able to declare their freedom and worship God as one people. And when it came time to rededicate the temple, though there was really no fuel for the flame somehow miraculously burned. And so Jewish children and families light the menorah to remember the miracle of Hanukkah, the festival of lights.
As the sun goes down, families gather round. We come together now as long ago. Sweet laughter fills the air as we start the song. All begin to walk. the festive nights. Fill our hearts with joy as we recall miracles of long ago. Now bless us one and all. Hanukkah, festival, Hanukkah, festival,
Four channels. That's all we had to watch on TV when we were growing up. Today's kids, they have more than 300 channels, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. And if you add in streaming services like Netflix and Hulu, they can watch their favorite Christmas shows throughout the year. Not us older kids. Do you remember how we'd anxiously wait for that delivery of the huge Sunday newspaper, pull out that weekly TV guide, and look for our one and only chance to watch our favorite Christmas shows during the week? And then we plan our entire weekly agenda around those times. Well, let's see. White Christmas, Miracle on 34th Street, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. But there were two all-time best cartoon specials that we would watch over and over again, and they brought joy to millions of children, both young and old, and they still do today. Because for many, it wouldn't be Christmas without the Grinch and good old Charlie Brown.
1, 2, mean green.
Doopa, 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 da-da-da-da-da-da. You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch. You really are a heel. You're as cuddly as a cactus. You're as charming as an eel, Mr. Grinch. You're a bad banana with a greasy black peel. Doopa, 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 da-da-da-da-da-da. You're a monster, Mr. Grinch. Your heart's an empty hole. Your brain is full of spiders. You got garlic in your soul, Mr. Grinch. I wouldn't touch you with a 39.5-foot pole.
Then he slid down the chimney. It was quite a tight pinch, but if Santa could do it, so could the Grinch. He got stuck only once for a moment or two. Then he stuck his head out of the fireplace flue where the little Who stockings all hung in a row. These stockings, he said, are the first thing to go. Then he slithered and slunk with a smile most unpleasant around the whole room, and he took every present. Then he stuffed them in bags, and the Grinch, ever so nimbly, stuffed all of those bags one by one up the chimney. Then he stuffed all the food up the chimney with glee. And now, grinned the Grinch, I will stuff up the tree. Mr. Grinch, you're nasty, you wasty, you scum. Your heart is full of unwashed socks, your soul is full of gunk, Mr. Grinch. The three words that best describe you are as follows, and I quote, stink, stank, stunk. You're so bad.
Christmas time with Charlie Brown, Linus and Lucy too, Schroeder and Patty and all the kids, and good old Snoopy too. Christmas time is here, happiness and cheer, fun for all the children call their favorite time of year. Snowflakes in the air, carols everywhere, olden times and ancient rhymes, and love and dreams to share. Sleigh bells in the air, beauty everywhere, Yuletide by the fireside, and joyful memories there. Christmas time is here, we'll be drawing near. Oh, that we could always see each spirit through the years. Sleigh bells in the air, beauty everywhere, Yuletide by the fireside, and joyful memories there. Christmas time is here, we'll be drawing near. Oh, that we could always see each spirit through the year. Christmas time, yes, it's Christmas time, Christmas time is here.
On December 23rd, 1823, Clement Moore's A Visit from St. Nicholas was anonymously published for the first time on the New York Sentinel. Since then, it has been the basis of the legend and lore of Santa Claus, including his midnight ride on his sleigh, pulled by 8 reindeer. Over almost 200 years later, it is still being read today to children by people whose parents read that to them back then. Generation by generation, people hear at Christmas time the visions of sugar plums, the names of the calling of the 8 reindeer, and the visit from that jolly old elf.
on the roof, all the clattering noise
of his galloping hoof.
all one filled in fur from his head to his foot.
His clothes were all tarnished with ashes and soot.
I drew in my head and was turning around.
When down the chimney he came with a bound. A bag full of toys he had flung on his back, and he looked like a little old rattler just opening his pack. His eyes, how they twinkled so gay. His dimples, how merry were they. His cheeks were like roses when kissed by the sun.
His nose like a cherry, all wrinkled with fun.
His droll little mouth was drawn up like a bow.
The beard on his chin was as white as the snow.
The stump of a little pipe he held tight in his teeth.
And the smoke went around and around and around his head like a wreath.
Oh, he was so jolly and plump, a right jolly old elf.
And I laughed and I laughed and I laughed when I saw him in spite of myself.
He had a round face and a little round belly that shook when he laughed like a bowl full of jelly.
He gave me a wink of his eye and a twist of his head.
A chuckle and a smile I knew, all the while I had nothing to dread. He spoke not a word, but went straight to his work. He filled all the stockings, then turned with a jerk, and laying a finger aside of his nose, and giving a nod up the chimney, he He sprang to his sleigh, to his team, gave a whistle. And the ringer of wool and the town of a thistle. And I heard him exclaim as he drove out of sight. Merry Christmas to all and to all. Good Tis the night after Christmas, and all through the house not a creature is stirring, not even a mouse. The presents are scattered and broken, I fear, and Saint Nicholas won't come again for a year. The children are nestled all snug in their wee little beds, while the wheels of sugar plums dance in their wee little heads. Mama in her kerchief and I in my cap are settled at last for a long winter's
Visit from St. Nicholas was first published almost 200 years ago. Ever since, children have been listening to the songs and stories about Santa Claus. But it isn't just children who make lists for Santa, as this next 1950s song will remind us. And in the 60s, the big guy was even the subject of a huge rock and roll hit.
Bum 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 bum. Mr. Santa, bring me some toys. Bring Merry Christmas to all girls and boys. And every night I'll go to sleep singing and dream about the presents that you'll be bringing, Santa. Promise me, please, give me a reindeer, a hug and a squeeze. I'll be good as good can be. Mr. Santa, don't forget me. Bum 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 bum. Mr. Santa, dear old Saint Nick, be awful careful and please don't get sick. Put on your coat when breezes are blowing, and when you cross the street, look where you're going, Santa. We've been so good, we washed the dishes and done what we should. Now we put you on the spot. Mr. Santa, bring us a lot. Mr. Santa, bring us a lot. Bring us a lot. Merry Christmas, Saint Jesus comes this time each year. Well, way up north where the air gets cold, there's a tale about Christmas that you've all been told. And a real famous cat all dressed up in red, and he spends the whole year working out on his sled. It's the little Saint Nick. Little Saint Nick, just a little bump, we call it old Saint Nick. But she'll walk a toboggan with a 4-speed stick. She can't be apple red with a ski for a wheel. And when Santa hits the gas, man, just watch her peel. It's the little Saint Nick, it's the little Saint Nick, little Saint Nick. Run, run, reindeer, run, run, reindeer, whoa. Snow at a frightening speed, with a half a dozen deer with a Rudy to lead. He's got to wear his goggles 'cause the snow really flies, and he's cruising every path with a little surprise. It's the little Saint Nick, little Saint Nick. It's the little Saint Nick, little Saint Nick. Oh, Merry Christmas, Saint Nick comes this time each year. Oh, Merry Christmas, Saint Nick. Each year, run, run, reindeer, run, run, reindeer, run, run, reindeer, 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 run.
So what is it about the Christmas season that brings so much joy to children? And also, what is it that makes us as adults yearn for those Christmas memories that we had as children? The memories, Christmas memories, they seem to be just so vivid and so real and so forever. Well, maybe it's because all the things that make Christmas Christmas are similar to the things that make children children. Children have this innate, innocent naivety that allows them to see things and see things with wonderment and imagination and things that are just beyond reality. And so there was a very famous book that was made into a movie called The Polar Express. Many of you have heard it and seen it, I'm sure. It's about a little boy who's at that age where he's starting to wonder about the whole Santa Claus deal. And but Christmas Eve night, he boards the Polar Express with a bunch of other children and takes a wondrous ride to the North Pole to celebrate Christmas Eve with Santa and the elves. And actually, Santa gives him the gift of a bell from his sleigh and explains that children hear the bell, but as they get older and stop believing, they no longer can hear. Well, the child panics because earlier he could not hear the bells on the sleigh when the other kids could. And in fact, he even loses the gift through a hole in his pocket. But the next morning when he wakes up, it's under the tree with a note from Santa. The boy is thrilled that once again he can hear the bell while his parents lament the fact that, oh, it must be broken. So if you're wanting to find the wonderment of the holiday season, whether it's the miracle of Hanukkah, the majesty of the birth of Christ, or the magic of the Christmas season personified in the being of Santa Claus, if you want to find the wonderment of the season, first find that child that lives within each of us. Find that child and look again at the season through their eyes. And their eyes will show you the simple answer is to see and believe.
Wow. Do you love living in Cincinnati, Ohio? I mean, seriously. I mean, I tell you what, does it bring out the best in us or what? It's truly amazing. I tell you what, we have so much talent here. And now I'm going to be calling on the gentleman of this evening. How many of you guys truly love singing? And I'm speaking to the men right now, and I'm going to be talking to the women in just a second. But man, how many of you truly enjoy exercising those incredible vocal cords? You know what? You don't have to be a trained singer to be part of the group. And we're looking for you. So now I'm counting on the women, because you know what? We know that you truly are the major influencers in life. We know that the women, they're responsible for all the greatness that men have to bring to the table. We know that. So if you could do me a favor, if you could encourage your husbands, or if you have someone in your life, whether it's a family member, whether it's a young person of all ages, truly the gift to be able to use their voice with the Southern Gateway Chorus is just amazing. So I really would encourage you to truly consider that. Check us out on Facebook if you can. You know, like us on Facebook, and you know, if you are interested, you could always put something on your door prize card that if you want to pursue this a little bit more, that would be just awesome. Okay. Otherwise, check us out on southerngateway.org. Next, I'd like to introduce Cy Wood.
Well, hello. Hello, everyone. How are you? Thank you so much for coming. So while we're transitioning, we have a little exercise for you. And so, yes, please bring up the lights. And if I could ask my ushers, I need 2 paper plates in my hand. And I wonder if you have paper plates in your hand as well. If you have your paper plates, go ahead and put those in your hand. We're going to do a little holiday activity to get us going for the next half of the show. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so you may wonder how all of these guys right here can last standing on the risers and singing and rehearsing and dancing and getting all of their energy. Well, that's my job. And I'm very, very happy to share with you a small little activity that I like to call paper plates. I'm not going to give you any sort of direction. Please just follow me. Oh no, stand up. Thank you very much. Please remember to recycle your plates on your way out. Thank you very much.
Eastside, thank you so much. Well, do you feel energized? Well, it's the gift tonight that keeps on giving. Because next, I want to tell you a little bit about the Oak Hills High School Lady Scots. They're an audition treble choir ranging from they're freshmen through seniors, and they've been invited to perform at the Xavier University Women's Chorus Festival for 2 years running, and have received superior ratings for the last 4 years at the Kings Island Festival of Music. They know what Christmas is all about. So, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Oak Hills High School Lady Scots.
two. Two for Paul and Silas, one for the little bitty baby, the baby boy, born in Bethlehem. Children, go where I send thee. How shall I send thee? I'm gonna send thee 6 by 6. 6 for the days when the world was fixed. 5 for the bread they did divide. 4 for the gospel writers. 3 for the Hebrew children. 2 for Paul and Silas. 1 for the little bitty baby, the baby boy, born in Bethlehem. Children, go, go, go! Where I send thee? How shall I send thee? I'm gonna send thee 12 by 12. 12 for the 12 disciples. 11 of them singing in heaven. 10 for the 10 commandments. 9 for the angels, choirs divine. 8 for the 8 the flood couldn't take. 7 for the day God laid down his head. 6 for the days when the world was fixed. 5 for the bread they did divide. 4 for the gospel writers. 3 for the Hebrew children. 2 for Paul and Silas. 1 for the little bitty baby. 1 for the little bitty baby. The baby boy, born in Bethlehem. Children, 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 go where you send me. How shall I send me? Children, go where you send me. How shall I send me? Children, go where you send me. How shall I send me? Children, go where you send me. How shall I send me? Children, go, 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 where I send me.
The Lady Scots. Well, you know what? I was thinking before I got out here, I thought, where are all the parents of the Lady Scots? Because you know what? They have to be so proud, right? What a beautiful gift. Well, you know what? We're going to take a 15-minute intermission. I know that's kind of sad, but we got to take a little bit of an intermission. And so if you can, we'll see you back in 15 minutes, okay? Thank you. Welcome back, everybody. You know, about 8 years ago, the Southern Gateway, of course, added another tradition to their holiday show. the season's grand chorus. As part of this effort, the chorus invited men who'd like to sing with them in the holiday show. So we have singers that have actually been practicing with the group for a period of time, and hopefully we'll have some of you men out there in this position next year. So what we like to do is, again, introduce the 2017 Seasons Grand Chorus.
Deck the halls with boughs of holly, fa la 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 la. 'Tis the season to be jolly, fa la 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 la. Don we now our gay apparel, fa la 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 la. Troll the ancient Yuletide carol, fa la 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 la. See the blazing Yule before us, fa la 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 la. Strike the harp and join the chorus, fa la 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 la. Follow me in merry measure, fa la 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 la, while I tell of Yuletide treasure, fa la 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 la. Fast away the old year passes, fa la 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 la. Hail the new ye lads and lasses, fa la 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 la. Sing the joyous song together, fa la la la. Heedless of the wind and weather, fa la la la.
Good evening. First, I want to say it's awesome to sing with this group every year. Grand Chorus is a special thing for Gateway, and with this being a season of giving, it's also a tradition that the Gateway members collect some money and give it to a very worthwhile charity organization. And this year, Gateway has entered into a very special relationship with Children's Hospital, specifically the Division of Child Life and Integrative Care at Children's. Our music medic group has performed there on a somewhat regular basis over the past year and will continue to do so. They'll be there a little later in December. And this time when they go, they're going to take themselves a check. If I can find what pocket I put it in. We have a check for $2,270 that we've collected from the membership. And like I say, that will be going to Children's later this month. Thank you very much, and enjoy second song.
Should old acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind? Should old acquaintance be forgot and days of old lang syne? For old lang syne, my dear, for old
So this summer, we once again have an exciting opportunity for junior high and high school age kids who love to sing. The Greater Cincinnati Harmony Festival is an overnight summer camp for kids who come together and sing barbershop for 3 days. On June 20th, 2018, Nick Gordon and Melody Hine will be together with 2 quartets. Their extensive barbershop background with formal music training and an exciting youthful energy make them the best team you could hope for. So if you know of any young folks that you think, wow, this would be great, for their resume as they're going to be, before you know it, entering into college, or if you're just trying to get somebody out of the house for a few days, look us up afterwards, because I think you'll find what a treat that would be. Again, wouldn't that be cool? What a camp that would be. So you can definitely visit harmonyfestival.org for complete details. We hope to see you there. Ladies and gentlemen, the Southern Gateway Choir. Southern.
Joy to the world, the Lord is come. Let earth receive her King. Let every heart prepare him room. And heaven and nature sing, and heaven and nature sing. Joy to the world, the Savior reigns. Let men their songs employ, while fields and floods, rocks, hills, and plains repeat the sounding joy, repeat the sounding joy, repeat the sounding joy.
No more let sin and sorrows grow, nor thorns infest the ground. He comes to make his blessings flow, far as the curse is found, far as the curse is found, far as the curse is found. There's joy,
joy, joy, joy, joy, truth and grace and nations prove the glories of his righteousness and wonders of his love, and wonders of his love, and wonders of his love, and wonders of his Which way to the manger of the Christ child? Which way to the cradle of the King? Which way to the babe and the mother? Glory, glory, hear the angels sing. Which way to the manger of the Christ child? Which way to the cradle of the King? Which way to the babe and the mother? Glory, glory, hear the angels sing. Oh, the way is shown as stars so bright, for the Lord is born in Bethlehem tonight. Oh, the way is shown as stars so bright, for the Lord is born in Bethlehem tonight. Tell me which way to the manger of the Christ child, which way to the cradle of the King, which way to the babe and the mother? Glory, glory, hear the angels sing. Gloria in excelsis Deo. Gloria in excelsis Deo. Which way to the manger of the Christ child? Which way to the cradle of the King? Which way to the babe and the mother? Glory, glory, hear the angels sing. For the way is shown as stars so bright, for the Lord is born to the baby Jesus? Which way to the Lord Almighty? Which way? Which way? Which way?
The innocence of a child. That is the manner in which God chose to send his Son to the world, a lamb who would eventually be sacrificed to save us all, a king with a stable as a palace and a manger for a throne, a gift, a savior, a child.
Lay
did she call him?
King Jesus. What did she call him? King Jesus, my Lord. Oh, he was talking Jesus. Mary had a baby, my Lord. He is called King Jesus, mighty Counselor, King Emmanuel, mighty God, everlasting Father, Prince of Peace. Mary had a
We mentioned earlier the ability to see the birth of Christ through the eyes of a child. Eyes that have yet to be blinded by ignorance or hate. Eyes that can truly see through all the distractions and the ugliness that the world throws in front of them, directly to the truth and the beauty that is the Christ child.
Some children see him lily white, the baby Jesus born this night. Some children see him lily white, with tresses soft and fair. Some children see him bronzed and brown, the Lord of heaven to earth come down. Some children see him bronzed and brown, with dark and heavy hair. Some children see him home and die, this Savior whom we kneel beside. Some children see him home and died, with skin of yellow hue. Some children see him dark as day, sweet Mary's Son, to whom we pray. Some children see him dark as they, and all they love him too. The children in each different place will see the baby Jesus' face, like theirs, but bright with heavenly grace, and filled with holy light. Oh, lay aside each earthly thing, and with thy heart as offering, come worship now the infant King. 'Tis love that's born tonight. 'Tis love that's born tonight.
There is no better gift than a gift from a child. There's no sweeter kiss than a kiss from a baby. There's no better masterpiece, drawn by a child of yourself in a stick figure, or a better paperweight made from a rock with a picture on it, or finer jewelry than a necklace made of clover, or a winter holiday thing made of 2 paper plates. It really is the best thing, receiving a gift from a child. But what makes it so special? Well, the fact that it's given freely and willingly, and they expect nothing back in return. It's simple. It's simply simple. And those gifts are those gifts that you get from those children, and they're giving you a piece of their heart.
They told me, a newborn king to see, our finest gifts we bring, to lay before the king. So to honor him, when we I am a poor boy too. I have no gift to bring. That's fit to give our king. Shall I play for you? On my Mary trotted, the ox and lamb kept time, I played my drum for him, I played my best for him, he smiled at me, me and my me and my
The night wind has a secret to share, not with the roaring lion or the screeching eagle, but with the little lamb. The lamb in turn shares the secret, but not with the shepherd, and not with the town crier, and not even with the church elders, but with the little shepherd boy. It's the shepherd boy who tells the mighty king, who then proclaims to the people that a child is born, who will bring us goodness and light.
Said the night wind to the little lamb, do you see what I see? Way up in the sky, little lamb, do you see what I see? A star dancing in the night with a tail as big as a kite, with a tail as big as a kite. Said the little lamb to the shepherd boy, do you hear what I hear? Do you hear what I hear? Ringing through the sky, shepherd boy, do you hear what I hear? Do you hear what I hear? A song, high above the trees, with a voice as big as the sea, with a voice as big as the sea. Said the shepherd boy to the mighty king, do you know what I know? What I know? What I know? In your palace warm, mighty king, do you know what I know? What I know? What I know? A child shivers in the cold. Let us bring him silver and gold. Let us bring him silver and gold.
Said the king to the people everywhere. Listen to what I say. Pray for peace, people everywhere. Listen to what I say. A child sleeping in the night. He will bring us goodness and light. He will bring us goodness and light. Bring us light. Bring us light. Bring us light.
So as we come to the end of this year's holiday show, we'd really like to think it's just a beginning. We thank you for sharing this evening with us and ask that in turn, you share it with those outside this auditorium. May the joy of the season shine forth from you like the smile on a child's face. May your spirit be as bright as the twinkle in a child's eye. And may the love you share with others this season be as warm and genuine as a child's heart. Yes, Christmas is for children of all ages. So may the birth of a child on a quiet night in Bethlehem bring us all peace in our hearts, peace in our lives, and peace on earth, goodwill toward men. Merry Christmas.
Angels bending near the earth.
night. Holy night. All is calm, all is bright, round yon virgin mother and child. Holy infant, so tender and mild, sleep